Here in Canada, we have someone who has made a difference in Britain, and he is being called a reluctant hero. It's on the front page of the Globe and Mail from last week. Here it is. Melinda, tell us about this young man.
This is such an amazing story. Like, this really, he is really our modern day hero as well. So JP Neufeld, he's a student at Concordia University in Montreal, is on a web tech forum and looking through the threads of chat and sees one that said, "This is it. At 11:30, this time in Britain, I'm going to do violence and damage to my school." Now, I have to say, if you saw something like that, would you go, "I'm going to take that seriously, I'm going to call the police"? What would you do, right? He calls the Norfolk police in England. They actually get the guy, the 16-year-old student who was planning to attack the school.
So he lives in Montreal.
He lives in Montreal, calls via an internet call to England.
Within 16 minutes? Am I right on that?
It was within, yeah, he actually saw it and he was like, it could be a hoax. It might not be, but what if it's true? What if I don't do anything? What could happen to the students? And calls the police there.
And they find the guy with all of the things to commit arson and violence, knives and everything else. And you know, it amazes me on so many levels. Like, first of all, that somebody would actually take that seriously and call England. You know, I think just call England, you know, and call the England police, like find them. And then the police took this guy seriously. Hey, I'm a student from Canada and I saw something on the internet. You know what I mean? Like, really? I think if I called the Canadian police, they wouldn't believe me.
That the perpetrator broadcast it, that he let it be known, number one. I said to my 16-year-old last night, "Dave, if you read something like this, why would you not want to let someone know?" He said, "Well, you might be lazy and just not want to get involved." And maybe that is a typical attitude. I don't know.
But the timing of this was crucial because the police, after getting this phone call, met the young man at his school.
Yes.
And they, at the beginning of the school day, they opened his knapsack, and there he did have everything he was going to do.
And it wasn't just the police, but the web forum people involved in that website also assisted the police in finding who the person was who left the message. They worked together, took JP Neufeld seriously, and then met him right as he was entering the school. They were waiting for him, and they were able to stop it. I mean, I think it's such a incredible story on so many levels, because for me, I was thinking for myself even, would I have called? Would I have gotten and wanted to get involved? Would I have thought it was just a joke and, you know, no worries? You know, I think I could have like really missed on an opportunity if I had just thought that way.
Well, there's that famous saying that says, if we don't learn from history, we're doomed to repeat it. And this, you know, young man had read about Columbine, and actually I believe that the student had written something at his very last post was right taken from Columbine, what they had written. And they had also warned of their attack, but nobody believed him. So I think he saw that, he learned from history, and he did something about it. And yeah, I think it's for us too to say, you know what, no harm, no foul, right? You call the police, nothing happens. But if it's real, what could you have done?
The upside of the use of the internet, one of them. And doesn't it disturb you that, you know, where you have one instance that's usually representative of a multiplicity of the same thing? It's pretty disturbing. This is high school.
Yeah.
High school is not the same anymore, is it?
No, it's not. And you know, the internet, as you're saying, Moira, can be used for good and evil. And actually, in 3 weeks, 100 Huntley Street will be announcing a new media ministry that will be launched during our spring membership opportunity. And it will be an exciting announcement. And it's going to happen during the weeks of April the 13th to the 24th. We are so excited. You know, everyone is online. Everyone is utilizing all the many different resources of media that is out there to get their point across, their message across. And so why shouldn't we, who have the most important message there is, found in the Bible of hope and truth and love, why shouldn't we utilize those medias as well? So we are so excited about this announcement coming up.
And I think also along that lines, and I think you'll see the theme throughout the show is that one person can really make a difference.
Exactly.
It takes one person who saved how many hundreds of kids at that school because he decided to get involved and make the difference. And I think we're going to hear that theme throughout the show for the next hour.
And hopefully there's some people watching today who will hear and go make a difference.
And be that one person that can. Well, when we get back, we'll be talking with Dr. Joseph D'Souza about his work with the outcasts of India. Now, we need to advise you that this subject matter is not appropriate for younger children.